Welcome to this Yoga for Menopause practice embracing change. Now, yoga is not a cure-all, but it can give you a sense of grounding, an opportunity to shift your mindset, super important, and provides the time and space to connect and listen to your body and thoughts. This, my friends, helps decrease the severity of symptoms, making this unavoidable transition more manageable. Affirmations and vibrational lifting ideas will be sprinkled throughout the practice. You will need props for this, blocks or pillows for support. Go ahead and grab what you need and let's embrace change together.
Okay, make sure you have your props nearby. Our first pose will be Happy Puppy, aka Melting Heart. Come onto hands and knees hip width apart. You can tuck the toes here for more support, but make sure the hips are over the knees. Walk the hands forward, lower your chest toward the mat. Your forehead can rest on the mat if the shoulders allow. You can also prop here. Use a block or pillows under the chest. Ideally, we want the head to be supported, whether that means on the mat or with the pillows. Sensation may be felt through the shoulders, upper back, along the spine, or the lower back. Just be mindful that it's not too intense physically. We only want about 50% intensity. If you feel any bad pain, like numbness, pins and needles, or tingling, this is a signal to gently move out of the pose. You can move onto your belly or into Savasana if this happens. As I mentioned, I'll be offering sprinkles of affirmations and vibrational ideas throughout the practice. If they don't resonate with you, it's okay. Just focus on your breath instead. Notice what comes up physically, mentally, and emotionally. Do so with as little judgment as possible. If they do resonate with you, repeat the phrase in your mind's eye or out loud as many times as you need. Your first affirmation. Life brings me only good experiences. Life brings me only good experiences. Take one more full, juicy breath. Slowly bend the arms, pulling the elbows under the shoulders. Move any props off the mat and we'll take a rebound pose on the belly. Gently lie down, head turned to one side, arms resting by your sides. Let the legs and feet relax in their natural rotation. Enjoy this opportunity to allow the body and mind to refresh and replenish after that last asana. Take one more big breath. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Press up into tabletop to transition to child's pose. The arms can go where they feel the best, extended, under the forehead, or back by the feet. Our first flow will be from child's pose into cow pose. On your inhale, lift the head, come up into tabletop and arch the spine. As you exhale, shift the hips back toward the heels. This will take a few rounds to get comfortable, so we'll do about 10 rounds total. Follow your own breath pattern and no need to count. I'll give you a warning before moving on. Take one more full round of breath. One more cow. And then settle into child's pose. Make sure your head is supported. A little vibrational sprinkle while you're here. I trust in the process of life. I trust in the process of life. widen the legs if they're not already, and we'll move into thread the needle here in child's pose. Bring the right arm forward on fingertips. Thread the left arm through that space. Rest the shoulder and temple on the mat or prop. The top arm can stay extended. You can bend the elbow or bind the arm behind your back. Stay here for about 5 breaths. To exit, move the top arm to the mat, gently press into that arm, unthread the left arm to come to neutral. Now switch to the other side. Again, we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. One more breath. Move the top arm and gently unthread your needle. Take a breath here on your hands with neutral spine. Next up is dolphin pose and optional headstand. Dolphin is first. Bring the forearms down to the mat. Check the elbow distance by placing the fingertips to the elbow joints. Once that's set, interlace the fingers together, leaving space in the palms of the hands. Press the pinky edges of the arms into the mat firmly. Tuck the back toes and lift the hips. Walk the toes toward your face without compromising the shoulders. Keep those shoulders stacked over your elbows. Bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight. You can stay here and breathe, or you can transition into headstand. Lower the knees to the mat. Bring your head to the inside of the hands without changing the hand position. Press the hips up, coming onto the toes, and walk the feet towards you. Squeeze one heel towards the sit bone, followed by the second one. If this still feels good, extend the legs upward. If it doesn't feel good, no worries. You don't have to do it. Take another breath and lower into child's pose. Try it this time with the arms extended, palms turned upward. Another affirmation while you're here. I am open to new and wonderful changes. I am open to new and wonderful changes. Take one more breath. Make your way into tabletop. Moving now into some spinal circles. Inhale into cow. Exhale, squeeze the right side. Move into cat. Squeeze the left side. Inhale to cow. And let's repeat this 4 more times in this direction. Inhale into cow. Exhale, squeeze the right side. Move into cat, squeeze the left side. Inhale to cow. Finish up your last circle in this direction and switch. Moving from cow to the left side first, and take 5 circles total. Inhale to cow, exhale, squeeze to the left. Move into cat, squeeze to the right, and inhale to cow. Once you're finished, move into plank. Lift the right heel, swing the leg forward for pigeon pose, right knee behind the right wrist. Prop under the right hip if you need to. Come up onto fingertips, tuck the back toes, and lift the knee for more opening through the hip flexor. Now lower the knee and take a forward fold. supporting the head with either a prop, your hands, or the mat. By having support under the head, it gives us a sense of security and safety. Another vibrational sprinkle while you're here. I love being in my body. I love being in my body. One more breath. Bring yourself up onto the hands. Move any props off to the side. And sit on the right hip to move into Janu-Sirsasana. Adjust the hips so you're squared off facing the left leg. Sit up nice and tall, micro twist to the left and fold forward. Hold on to what you can reach, using a prop under the forehead if needed. The target areas here are the hamstring, low back, and hip. Slide the hands under the shoulders and press yourself up. Place the prop to your side. Open the legs to a straddle position facing the side of your mat, and when you're ready, fold forward, again supporting the head. We're looking for a healthy stretch through the inner thighs and hamstring. Your next affirmation. I embrace all the beautiful changes happening in my body. I embrace all the beautiful changes happening in my body. Take one more full breath. Slowly come up to vertical. Move the left leg to come into Janu-Sirsasana on the other side. Square off the hips to the right leg. Sit up nice and tall, micro twist to the right, and fold forward, using those props under the head or rest your head on the leg itself. Slide the hands under the shoulders and press yourself up. Place the prop to your side. Now let's make our way into pigeon pose on the left. So turn toward your left to the back of your mat and press up into plank. Lift the left leg and swing it forward, outwardly rotating so the left knee is behind the left wrist. Prop under the hip if you need. Lift up onto fingertips. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee to open the hip flexor. Now lower the knee and fold forward. Stay and breathe. Your next vibrational sprinkle. I like my responsive body. I like my responsive body. One more breath. Bring yourself up onto the hands. Move any props off to the side and sit with the legs bent in front of you. And windshield wiper the legs from side to side. One more time each side, and then come to neutral. Grab some props and place them toward the top of your mat for supported fish pose. I'll show you two versions, one with the pillow and one with the blocks. You can experiment to see what works best for you, but I'll talk through the pillow version. Once the props are down, lie back so the shoulders and the back of the head are resting on them. Bring the hands into a diamond shape and place them under your pelvis. The legs can go into bound angle pose for more hip opening. Into constructive rest with the feet apart, knees together. Straight as traditional fish pose is done. Or, if you're really into it and your body can do it without pain, take lotus pose. So many options. It's up to you and what feels best in the moment. Next time you do this practice, you may want to move into something different. It's all good. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Stay here and breathe. One more nice deep breath. To exit, release the hands. Roll to one side. And press yourself up just to move the props to the side of your mat. Once they're off the mat, lie down on your back, knees bent. We'll move into supported bridge next. Again, I'll show you both prop options, but talk through the pillow version. Press into the feet, lift the hips high enough to slide your prop of choice under the hips. Once it's there, Lower your hips onto the prop. Make sure to place it above the tailbone but below the lower back. To bring more energy and awareness to the center of this change, bring your hands to the lower belly under the navel. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Stay here and breathe. And your final sprinkle of vibrational inspiration. I love the newness of my expanding body. I love the newness of my expanding body. Take a nice deep breath. Lower the hands and lift the hips off your props. Slide the props off your mat and lower the hips down. Widen the feet to mat width and scoot the feet down a bit. Gently windshield wiper the legs slowly from side to side. There's several areas you may feel this. Along the front of the hip, down the waist, the outer hip, and or the lower back. On your next wiper, stay on that side. Lift the now front foot to rest on the back thigh. This will give you a little extra weight to the twist. Gently release, move through parallel legs, and switch to the other side. Again, moving the front heel onto the opposite thigh. Gently release the legs and come back to parallel legs. Our last pose before Savasana is Happy Baby. Not the most flattering of poses, but fantastic for the hips, legs, and hamstrings. I'll show you a few different places to hold. You choose which one you love. One more full breath here. Hold on to the pinky edges of the feet or the ankles and let the heels sink down for floating butterfly. This allows the pelvic floor, that area that holds all the lower organs in place, to relax. Let go of the feet and come into reclined butterfly. Hands can rest once again on the lower belly. Use your hands to close the legs and make your way into what we've all been waiting for, Savasana. Extend the legs long, rotating them a little bit. Now press the heels into the mat and actively flex and point the feet to rock the body vertically. Another relaxing trick, if you will. Now let the legs relax and fall to their natural rotation. Arms by your sides, palms up, no higher than the shoulders. If it's chilly where you are, bring a blanket over you to stay warm. Let the eyes close and take rest. start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Extend the arms overhead by your ears for a big full body stretch. Hug the knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Roll onto your right side, resting in fetal position, right arm under your head as a pillow. Gently press yourself up into a seated position. Eyes remain closed. Hands can either press together at your heart center or one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a few moments here to check in with how you feel after this practice. How do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? Take a moment for some gratitude. What are you grateful for in this moment and why? Thank you so much for practicing with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.
Have more time? Check out one of these beautiful practices over here, and there's more suggestions in the description below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.